Well, he
He's
grew up
like,
in Boston, right?
oh,
So
well, there you
yeah,
go. Where he's
yeah,
like, I'm juggling my daughter and this, and then you're like, I don't know what to believe because it doesn't see. He's like, I really care about my daughter, but yeah, like I'm going on vacation with my girlfriend from the OC for these 3 weekends. You got to take the kid, and I don't know. He is like other than Kristen, and yes, it's a very manufactured scene. Him making up with Kristen, the producer is like,
sure.
no, the audience that will go crazy if Kristen and Jesse make up, and she's team Jesse over Michelle. So it's very scripted. I agree that if it's not for Kristen, he's kind of the next best
Yeah,
thing. And
yeah,
I'm over the Brittany and Jack stuff because we know how it plays out. And like we know they're done because it's Jax. Like that's the thing. There's nobody watching that's like, oh, maybe Jax is not maybe he's
yeah,
not a bad guy. We know. We know
yeah,
what Brittany is. So like there's no mystery now. It's played out.
yeah. The Scandival broke the audience's brain and it broke production's brain, and we're scrambling to like learn how to make shows again and relying on the same people who made the shows during Scandival and then before that we're like doing shit for like Cupcake Wars is not how we're gonna like continue the longevity of these shows in a way that like feels as fun as it used to feel.
And I was gonna say, as we wrap up, even I love her. She's an icon. She's great. Even Lisa Vanderpump on Vanderpump Villa, it's like there's nothing special about her. Like it
She's
worked.
lost it.
She's
Yeah,
yeah, it right. It worked when you were giving Sandoval advice, and it just doesn't. Right? She's lost it.
she's lost her flame. She's gone into focusing like she's always, had restaurants and stuff, but she's like ever since Vanderpump Rules, she's now like, well, how can I incorporate my next business venture into like siphon off the media venture that goes with it? It's like when people want to write a book to eventually make a mini series of a TV show. So they start with a podcast, right? Like, here's our pipeline, right? We'll get the audience through the podcast, then we'll release the book, and then we'll option the book for a 6 episode, mini series, and then rinse and repeat for the second one. And I think Lisa's like trying and failing at that. And she like got out of whatever Bravo contract she had. So she's like, oh, Hulu wants to, pull up and drop a dump truck full of money on my villa. Well, I'll do that and we'll make a show and we'll do it in an easy way, darling. We'll do it in a way where we put it all on paper first and we just have to show up and film it. And that's good for her, but short term. It's short term, benefits for her and a long term failure. Whereas like the audience sees it for what it is.
Yeah, and she probably said to Bravo, the good news is you can keep the Valley, you can keep VPR
Yep.
2.0. There's some good news for you, Bravo, but I'm going to go over here because I mean, Bravo don't just, say
Yeah.
yes to that if you're a second year housewife. The bottom line is, I think that all of this, you'll give it a few years. I hate to say it, like I think Villa and 2.0 and the Valley, I think Lisa's world, if I'm looking 5 years in, will all go away. We can get rid of Kyle Richards on Beverly Hills and we can have other people. And I hate to say it, Lisa. I mean, granted, she might be aged out at some point. No offense.
Sure.
I'm no
Well,
spring chicken. But I think Lisa returning to Beverly Hills Housewives is what ultimately, I don't know what else to do with Lisa at this point. I like her. I think she's great, but she's lost it. She's not her one-liners and everything with Stassi. It's not working in Villa and it's her show.
and I think it's a bigger picture of, I mean, I agree. And I think there's a bigger picture of Bravo in general, right? Like they are continuing to, like, for every good step forward, they take 3 steps back. And I think they are about to clean house in terms of production. I think that like some of these up and
They have
comers, like
to.
I was talking about with Southern Hospitality, are going to be on top very soon. And we will hopefully within the next 3 years see a good shift change on how these shows are made.
Because other than Southern Hospitality, what is truly on the uprise? Okay, let me rephrase that. Salt Lake City Housewives, which let's see
Sure.
how next season is.
Yeah.
They're on top, and Southern Hospitality, both new shows in the past 5 or 6 years. that started mediocre that are now, I don't know what else. Yes, you could like Southern, you could like all this stuff, but like they're not on the uprise. Summer
No,
House is not on the uprise.
no. Uh,
Housewives is not on the uprise.
and that is
That's scary
that
for a
that's in
network.
that's internal too, right? And
Hmm.
that's where you're gonna see it. That's where you're gonna see the axe come down. And a lot of these, I mean, Alex Baskin, I'm sure is safe, but like I think like you're gonna see some stuff with like producer Jerry. He's my like, North Star that I can point to. But
So
like
he wasn't there Vanderpump early seasons.
I think he was early seasons, then he left for a couple seasons in the middle, and then they brought him back for 10, and then 10, 11,
So
and
he
with
was good in the beginning and now just somehow doesn't
I think
realize.
I think he lucked into Scandival happening, and then they're like, here's your blank check for these other shows to make, and it's been wishy-washy, and I think he's going to move over and do like Netflix style shows, and Bravo's going to be like, producer XYZ from Southern Hospitality, it's now your time. You're going to show run Vanderpump Rules 2.0 season 2.
Let him do that, please.
Yes.
Anything you want to cover before we leave that I haven't brought up?
I think we are good because we could exhaust this forever, but I'd love to come back at any point in time. And I'd love to just plug that if any of your listeners would like to hear all of my thoughts, Patreon is the best way to do it. The Vanderpump Robs Patreon.
Plug away. Where can everyone find you online?
Vanderpump Robs on Instagram and patreon.com/Vanderpump Robs for all of the premium content. But of course, if you don't like Patreon, you can hear all of the, not all of the, most of the episodes with ads wherever you get podcasts, Vanderpump Robs.
And you will come back. And yes, just to the point, like I'm very positive. All this selling Sunset, phenomenal. Selling the OC, phenomenal. I loved selling the city. Denise
Yeah.
Richards show. I'm not negative, but I am negative about this, all of these
This pocket
shows.
of
Yeah.
millennial Vanderpump shows,
There's
essentially.
nothing on the only things on Bravo really that get me to jump up and down screaming are Beverly Hills Housewives and Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm
Yeah.
will watch everything else, but I can't say I love it. Like I was watching Villa, and at some point I was like, why am I doing this? I'm not, this isn't like Selling Sunset. I cannot wait to hit next on Netflix. I'm like, keep going. I need to see
Yeah.
the, I mean,
Yeah.
that's what I want. I
Yeah.
want that. So I am a very positive person. There are things I love. You should watch Denise Richards show in your spare time.
I will. I
It's a
will.
return to form. Yes, it's scripted. But you'll see. It's
Okay.
so, and you will come